Finally, we encourage Nigerians to continue to support the renewed hope agenda and the program of Mr. President, believing that through perseverance, cooperation, and shared sacrifice, the promise of a more secure, a more productive, and a compassionate Nigeria shall be fulfilled and realized. So, distinguished colleagues, the 10th Senate has now entered the final stretch of its legislative journey. With less than 1 year and 5 months remaining in this cycle, we are no longer merely settling into pace, we are approaching the decisive phase. This is the final stretch of the marathon, and it is the stretch that separates participation from performance. It demands urgency without panic. It demands reform without recklessness, and it also demands productivity without compromise of standards. The final phase must be deliberately reform-driven. We must prioritize laws that unlock growth, strengthen institutions, secure lives and properties, and restore confidence in the Nigerian state. We must revisit the temptation. We must resist the temptation of unfinished business and legislative cluster. What we pass now must be what Nigeria truly needs now. Laws that work, reforms that endure, and oversight that corrects rather than merely criticize. It must also be a legacy phase, a time of house cleaning, clearing bottlenecks, completing what we started, and leaving behind a legislative house that is orderly, principled, and functional. History will not judge us by volume, but by value. Not by noise, but by impact. We must leave behind a vision of Nigeria that is more governable than we met it, more just than we found it, and more hopeful that not what was entrusted to us as a Nigeria where institutions are stronger than individuals, where laws serve the people rather than burden them, and where the future feels possible again. Therefore, we must hit the ground running. The budget calls for decisive action, rigorous scrutiny, responsible passage, and faithful implementation. Our work ahead requires sustained collaboration with all stakeholders, including the executive, guided by mutual respect and constitutional responsibility. Cooperation remains our compass, not for convenience, but for the sake of national progress. Above all, let us never forget our assignment. We are here for all Nigerians. We are their ears to hear their cries. We are their eyes to see their realities. We are their legislative voice to give form to their hopes and protection to their rights. So, distinguished colleagues, this is our moment of reckoning, not one of fear but of purpose. The clock is running, the nation is watching, and history is taking notes. Let it be said that when the 10th Senate reaches the final stretch, it did not slow down, it did not look away, and did not leave the work unfinished. Let it be said that we ran harder, we thought deeper, and we acted bolder and served better, so that long after we leave these seats, Nigeria will remember us, not merely as legislators, but as trustees who honored their future. So let's rise to that memory.